All right, guys, here we're back on our Alexander McQueen document. And I'll just remind you over here we have our different layers. They're named. We can move them around because they're nice and... Whoops, let's grab that one and bring it down. There you go. So now I am going to remind you of the ever irritating and fascinating pen tool. Here it is. I'm just going to click on that tool and I'll open up I'm clicking down right now to kind of expand out this kind of sub menu, but I want the tool at the top called the pen tool. There we go. And over here on this menu we have three choices here: layers, channels, and paths, and they each have their own tab. You don't want channels just yet. We'll play with those later. And then finally path. This is what we want. And I already have a path in there called head. However, I'm going to get rid of that so I can start over with you guys. So we're going to make a new layer by clicking this small icon here that looks like a piece of paper with one edge turned upwards. It comes up, and yes, I will name it head. I'll just do that in caps. Alright, so there we go. We have head now. Just going to click on that, make sure that that layer is highlighted in blue, and we will go to the ever irritating and fascinating pen tool. And now I'm going to hold down the space bar and the control key while I click down on my mouse and kind of do a real close-up of that little area there. There you go. You see how I'm holding down spacebar and control, and I'm clicking my mouse down, and I'll get a nice good close-up of this mannequin's head. In fact, I'm going to go a little closer even. Same idea again. And I will now use my spacebar only to activate a little hand to kind of move this into position, because I really want to get up close to this, because I may have some difficulty seeing some of this as I'm working with my pen tool. We're just going to cut this head so that we can maybe change its color or something. It's a nice easy exercise right now. First point, please no twisting or turning on this first point. Just make your first point and then move to your next one. Try to be, not too what's the word? Don't be too like use too many. Sort of kind of follow my, and then here comes the ever strange Alt click, which resets your tool so that you can continue to make the curve that will sort of work out for you. I've clicked down again. I'm not letting go, and now I'm pulling my handle. And now, I mean, the strange thing is that for some reason in Illustrator, all you have to do is click the end to reset it. However, in Photoshop, you have to Alt-click it to do it. I have no idea why they did this, but they have. So when you move to Illustrator, you will see it's a little easier here to make paths. So I am just continuing. I am now about to hold down the Alt key and click, and I will now use my space bar here to just kind of move my image around. Here I go, just getting kind of around that head here, kind of slowly but surely, and really please play with the handles while you're doing this, just to get a feel for it. You can't really do anything terribly wrong here. Alright, and I continue to click and move here. Now here I'm going to just go, I'm not going to do so much, just going to kind of trace along the edges with straight flat lines, mostly because I want to hurry up and get this done in the 5 minutes that I have to get this done here. So here I'm going, I'm just kind of moving along. I'm just going to cheat here just to kind of speed this up a little bit. And here I definitely need to Alt click. I now have a closed path, which is really my objective here, which I can now use as a way of manipulating and selecting. If I go down here onto my path menu, I can then click this little tool, and suddenly I have an active area that I can now control and change, which of course we will deal with in the next lesson. Thank you very much.